I'm not gonna take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this.
Okay, y'all, we need to talk about the absolute chaos happening around Kevin Hunter, Sharina Hudson, and now Kevin Jr. stepping into the middle of this mess. Because, baby, when the sun starts speaking out, you already know things behind the scenes have gotten ugly. And according to people close to the situation, Kevin Jr. allegedly believes Sharina Hudson never truly loved his father in the first place. In fact, word is he thinks she dumped Kevin the second the money disappeared. And honestly, the internet has been calling Sharina one thing nonstop ever since these rumors started spreading: a gold digger. Now, listen, this situation is messy for so many reasons, because for years, Kevin Hunter walked around acting like he had everything under control. He left Wendy Williams, blew up his marriage, built a whole new life with Sharina, and seemed convinced he would always have access to Wendy's empire one way or another.
It was not till death do us part.
And it wasn't just an incident. I mean, the relationship that Kevin had with this woman went on for...
No. Kevin was a serial cheater. Kevin had different mistresses depending on, the part of his life. This last one was the one that he had the longest term relationship.
But life has a funny way of humbling people when they least expect it. And what nobody expected was for Kevin Jr. to allegedly side-eye the entire relationship publicly. That's the part that really has people talking. Because when your own son starts questioning whether the woman by your side was only there for the lifestyle, that cuts deep. Now, the streets are saying Sharina didn't sign up for struggle love, she signed up for luxury, vacations, designer bags, expensive dinners, the soft life. But when the money slowed down and the lawsuit stopped working, suddenly the relationship reportedly started falling apart. And if these rumors are true, Kevin Hunter may have learned the hard way that the same relationship built during betrayal can also end in betrayal. Because the way this entire story is unfolding, it's starting to look less like a love story and more like a financial transaction gone wrong.
Kevin had gone to LA for business. And I hired a PI. Yes, I did. I hired a PI to follow my husband. And this guy is telling me that Kevin is in Miami with the girl. This is where you show the picture of them on the beach. You know the picture where she's going to the camera and he's laying there on the cell phone like they're chilling like a couple. You understand what I'm saying? The PI was taking pictures of them going to the gym, going to dinner, her with Gucci, Poochie, and Lucci.
Now, let's rewind for a second, because this drama didn't just start overnight. The roots of this situation go all the way back to Wendy Williams and the empire she spent decades building with her voice, personality, and hustle. Wendy worked non-stop for years. Radio, television, interviews, touring, endorsements. The woman built a brand that became larger than life. And while Wendy was carrying that empire on her back, Kevin Hunter was right there beside her as her manager. At least publicly, they looked like a power couple. They presented themselves as a united front. But behind closed doors, things were allegedly crumbling for years. Rumors about Kevin cheating followed that marriage almost the entire time. And Wendy herself hinted at pain many times before the truth finally exploded into public view. But nobody was prepared for just how deep the betrayal allegedly went. Because this wasn't just a random affair. Kevin reportedly built an entire second life with Sharina. We're talking years. Gifts, homes, vacations, financial support, and eventually a child together. That revelation shattered Wendy publicly.
But what I needed at the time, because I was running 100 miles an hour, and I was so much of a strong support structure for her and all the dreams that she wanted to accomplish, I needed somebody for me. And my new offspring, my daughter, who is a beautiful, beautiful spirit. She was not a oops baby. She was not a mistake baby.
You could literally see the emotional exhaustion on her face during that period. People who watched her for years noticed the difference immediately. She tried to keep working, tried to keep smiling, tried to push through the embarrassment, but the damage was already done. And let's be honest, public humiliation hits differently when the whole world is watching. Wendy spent years discussing celebrity scandals on television, and suddenly, her own marriage became the headline everybody was dissecting online. Meanwhile, Kevin and Sharina appeared unbothered for a while. That's what really upset people, because while Wendy was emotionally spiraling in front of the world, Kevin seemed focused on moving forward with his new relationship, and Sharina was painted by critics as the woman enjoying the benefits of Wendy's hard work. Now here's where things get complicated. At first, Kevin Hunter probably believed life would continue smoothly after the divorce. Why wouldn't he? He had already spent years living comfortably connected to Wendy's success.
You left your wife. Now, we may not care about her on the show. That's different. But you left your wife. Got you a side piece. Had a baby and was living a whole different life. And evidently, Wendy Williams was the real bread maker. Because now you can't live that lifestyle without that check. The grass wasn't greener, huh?
Even after the split, there were financial agreements in place. There was still money flowing for a while. But then everything changed. Wendy's career slowed down dramatically. Her show ended. The guardianship situation exploded into controversy. Her finances became restricted. And suddenly, the lifestyle Kevin had become used to started slipping away fast. And baby, money problems expose relationships quicker than anything else. Because one minute, people are posting happy photos, smiling at restaurants, pretending everything is perfect. Then the bills pile up, lawsuits start failing, properties get put on for sale, stress takes over the house, and all those little problems people ignored suddenly become impossible to hide. That's exactly what people believe happened with Kevin and Sharina. At first, Kevin reportedly kept trying to recover financially through court cases and legal battles. Every few months, another headline would pop up about him filing something new, connected to Wendy's money or finances. But according to reports, things never really worked out the way he hoped. And the more financial pressure grew, the more rumors started spreading that Sharina was unhappy. Now here's the twist nobody saw coming. Kevin Jr., Wendy and Kevin Hunter's son, allegedly started looking at the relationship very differently once the money dried up. Because from his perspective, the timing looked suspicious. For years, Sharina stayed by Kevin's side while there was luxury attached to the relationship. But once the financial situation became unstable, reports of tension and separation suddenly started surfacing, and social media wasted no time putting the pieces together. People are saying Sharina never wanted Kevin himself. They claimed she wanted the benefits that came with him, the expensive lifestyle, the security, the image. But once those things disappeared, the relationship reportedly lost its sparkle. Now, whether that's fully true or not, none of us know for sure, but perception matters. And right now, public perception is brutal. Because online, people are dragging this situation non-stop. Some viewers are saying Kevin Hunter got a taste of his own medicine. Others are saying this is karma finally spinning the block. And then there are those who feel Kevin Jr. has every right to feel protective over his mother after everything Wendy endured publicly. Honestly, imagine being Kevin Jr. during all this. You watch your family fall apart in front of millions of people. You see your mother heartbroken. You see headlines about your father's affair everywhere. Then years later, the very relationship that caused all that destruction allegedly starts collapsing too. That has to mess with somebody emotionally. And people noticed Kevin Jr. has seemed much closer to Wendy throughout her struggles. He's been protective of her, supportive, concerned about her health and well-being. So if he really does believe Sharina walked away once the money disappeared, it's not surprising he'd feel some type of way about it. But what really has the internet talking is how fast things reportedly changed once Kevin's finances declined. Because allegedly, Sharina started focusing heavily on her own hustle, businesses, social media promotions, real estate work, wellness products, trying to secure income independently. And listen, there's nothing wrong with a woman working, absolutely nothing. But critics online are saying the timing tells the story. They're asking why the relationship seemed solid when Kevin was financially comfortable, but shaky once things became unstable. That's why the gold digger accusations got louder and louder. And honestly, Kevin Hunter's own reputation made the situation worse. Because let's not forget, this is the same man many people already blamed for hurting Wendy emotionally and financially. So when his own relationship started falling apart under money pressure, the public had almost no sympathy. People basically said, you lose 'em how you got 'em. And whew, social media has been ruthless with that line. Now, according to insiders, the tension between Kevin and Sharina allegedly became impossible to ignore. Financial stress can turn even small disagreements into explosive arguments. One person feels pressure to provide, the other feels disappointed because life no longer looks how it used to. Resentment builds quietly until eventually everything boils over. And that's reportedly what happened here. The vacation slowed, the flashy lifestyle became harder to maintain, public criticism kept growing, legal problems continued, and somewhere in the middle of all that chaos, the relationship allegedly started crumbling behind closed doors. But here's what makes the story feel almost tragic in a strange way. Kevin Hunter gave up a decades-long marriage and family for this relationship. Whether people agree with his choices or not, he clearly believed Sharina was worth risking everything for. He blew up his public image, lost respect from fans, damaged relationships, and now, years later, people are saying the relationship may not even survive long term. That's heavy. Because imagine sacrificing everything you built, only to end up alone anyway. And for Wendy's supporters, this entire situation feels like poetic justice. A lot of fans still feel protective over Wendy after everything she endured publicly. They watched her struggle emotionally while Kevin and Sharina appeared comfortable for years. So seeing cracks now appearing in that relationship has people saying karma finally showed up at the door. But at the same time, there's something sad about the entire situation. Because underneath all the gossip and internet jokes are real people whose lives completely exploded in public view. Families were divided, relationships were destroyed, trust disappeared, and now even the people who thought they won don't seem happy either. That's why this story keeps resonating with people. It's bigger than celebrity drama at this point. It's about betrayal, consequences, pride, money, and the reality that relationships built on shaky foundations often struggle to survive pressure. And honestly, Kevin Jr.'s involvement changes the emotional weight of everything. Because children see more than parents realize. They notice patterns. They remember pain. They remember who cried, who disappeared, who stayed, and who didn't. So when Kevin Jr. allegedly questioned Sharina's intentions, people take that seriously because he witnessed the fallout firsthand. Now, some people online are defending Sharina. They're saying nobody truly knows what happened inside that relationship. Maybe the stress became too much. Maybe both sides changed. Maybe the relationship naturally ran its course. And that's fair. But public opinion is still leaning heavily in one direction right now. Most people simply don't believe the timing is coincidence. They think Sharina enjoyed the rewards of being with Kevin when life was financially secure, but allegedly lost interest once reality became harder. And Kevin Hunter? He's reportedly struggling with the emotional consequences of all of it. Because it's one thing losing money. It's another thing feeling abandoned after sacrificing so much for somebody, especially when the entire world is laughing at your downfall online. That kind of humiliation hits hard. Meanwhile, Wendy continues to remain the emotional center of this entire story. Even when she's not speaking publicly, her presence is everywhere in this narrative. Because without Wendy's empire, none of these people would have been living the lifestyles they became accustomed to. That's the irony. The woman who was hurt the most ended up being the foundation underneath everybody else's comfort. And now that the foundation cracked, everything built on top of it started shaking too. Honestly, this whole situation feels like one giant lesson about how dangerous it can be to build relationships around money, status, and convenience, instead of genuine loyalty. Because once the glamour disappears, people start revealing who they truly are. And if these rumors about Sharina leaving Kevin over money are true, then Kevin Hunter may finally understand a fraction of the heartbreak Wendy experienced years ago. That's the part people keep circling back to. For years, Wendy allegedly felt betrayed, embarrassed, and emotionally abandoned. Now, some people believe Kevin is facing those same feelings himself. Not in the exact same way, of course, but enough to understand the pain of realizing somebody may not have loved you as deeply as you thought. And whew, life really has a way of humbling people. At the end of the day, none of us know every private detail. We only see pieces of the puzzle through reports, rumors, interviews, and social media speculation. But one thing is clear. This glamorous fantasy Kevin and Sharina once seemed to be living has completely changed. The money isn't flowing like before. The image isn't sparkling anymore. The relationship reportedly isn't stable. And now, Kevin Jr. allegedly throwing shade into the conversation only added gasoline to an already raging fire. So now, everybody's asking the same question. Was this relationship ever really about love? Or was it always about access, comfort, and financial security? Because if someone walks away the second the luxury disappears, people are gonna talk, loudly. And unfortunately for Kevin Hunter, the internet never forgets anything. Not the affair, not the betrayal, not the lawsuits, not the public humiliation, and definitely not the possibility that the woman he risked everything for may have allegedly walked away once the money dried up. That's why this story has people hooked. It's messy, emotional, dramatic, and honestly, a little heartbreaking all at once. But I want to know what y'all think, because this situation is layered. Do you believe Sharina truly loved Kevin Hunter, or do you think Kevin Jr. might actually be right about her only sticking around for the lifestyle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is definitely not ending anytime soon. And if you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on, because trust me, this story keeps getting messier by the day. Until next time, stay curious, stay watching, and remember, the truth always comes out, eventually.